I thought I would go live. I was going to go live the other day, but they were building next door and it was so noisy. It was so noisy that it wasn't just ordinary building work with hammer and wood. It was building with a with steel. So the drilling into the steel was really loud and screechy. So I've been waiting that I could actually go live and see. But anyway, so let's just see. Whoops. What am I doing here? There you go. There it is. So how are you all? It is really cold today. So I've got my favourite grotty top. It is washed, but it's so well worn. And I've got a light here, and I don't want it to annoy you. There's a bit of a light so I can see what I'm doing. But anyway, it's 10:30 here on Wednesday morning. It is cold and raining. So I thought I've had my shower and I've done the dishes, and I was going to sit and do some crochet. And I thought I'll go live and chat and see who turns up. So I'm doing the second part of the second hexie cardigan, and I have run out of this yellow. So I thought I will finish it up to the yellow and then I'll have to go shopping. I went to the shops yesterday and had a look, and she didn't have the same yellow because it is so bright that not many people would use it, I suppose. But anyway, so I thought I'm going to have to go for a drive to the city. So did you see my video I put up yesterday? I got given a box of yarn just to look at. I don't need any more yarn, that's for sure. I've got plenty. But it had silverfish in it, like live ones. And I went all sweaty and horrible, just, oh, I felt yucky. So I've kept a few little balls of the yarn that I know are really clean, but the rest of it I just took the box back. I actually think it was left in the garage. You could tell the box was pretty dirty. But yeah, I felt really creepy. I just didn't want to go through the rest of the box. But I mean, I had started the video, so I kept going. But I really didn't want to go through the rest of that box. And I just wanted it out of the house real quick. And a lot of people say to me, you know, put it in the freezer, kill the bugs, this and that, rest of it. But it's quite thin yarn. A lot of it was baby weight. And I don't do baby knitting. It's too hard on my eyes and my hands. And hello, Anna. How are you? Thank you for popping in. I'm just doing a bit of crochet here on my hexie cardigan and chatting about the video I put up yesterday. The old yarn I was given, but it had silverfish in it. And it's like I gave the box back as quickly as I could. Certainly didn't want that in the house. But I've got tubs of yarn and I've got a cupboard of yarn. So when I first started my channel, I think it was about 6 years ago. Can't remember when I started my channel. And there, I think these days they call it acquisitions. Back in that day, they call it show and tell, and you're always showing what you'd bought. So it was sort of like a bit of pressure to always have new yarn to show. And so you'd go out buying, and it broke my budget. But I've still got this cupboard full of yarn. I've got way too much. So I didn't need the other yarn, and some of it was really dirty. There was beautiful baby knitting in there, did you see? Well, if you go and look at the video, you'll see. But anyway, so I just thought this is the last colour I can use, because after the orange I have to do the yellow. And I don't have any more yellow till I find some in the shops. So this is just the cheaper variety store yarn, but some variety stores sell this yarn more expensive than going to Spotlight and buying some of their better yarn. They got a bit greedy, I think, with the prices. So, but anyway, so it's 10:30 Wednesday morning here. Let me know what the time is and where you're watching from. So a lot of my Australian friends say that when I go live in the morning, they're still in bed because they're about 2 or 3 hours behind me. So 10:30 is my time. So it'll be 8:30 their time. I suppose I'll be getting up and getting breakfast and having a shower. So it's nice and quiet today. It's been raining. It's a lot cooler. But I thought I'd sit on the sofa to keep my back comfortable instead of sitting at the desk. So, and it's quite cold. I put a picture up on my community tab. Well, they don't call it that now. They call it posts. I put a picture up of my little doggie hiding inside of a blanket because she's cold. She likes to sit in the sun. There's no sun today. So someone said, be careful, these hexa cardigans are addictive to make because they're so quick and easy. So I thought I might make this adult size. I made a little child size for my granddaughter, and I thought I'd make an adult size to put for sale in the shop. Oh, my dog's going to growl. She's always growling and grumping, the poor thing. After being attacked by some bigger dogs, her personality has really changed, and she's very reactive now. She's taken to growling and barking at people when she used to love meeting them on walks. She growls and barks at other dogs. So it's really sad. It's changed her from being a friendly little dog to a very nervous, worried dog. And I made the mistake of getting a puppy, and she did love it. She loved the company, but it was getting more aggressive, biting her. It was too playful. And in the end, one day, Holly just slashed back and attacked it because the puppy bit her so hard she made a bleed. And then when I went out to reach to pet Holly, she actually growled and snapped at me. So the lady that is a dog behaviourist, she said to me it was just the wrong thing to do to have a puppy in the house. I said she really enjoyed playing with it sometimes, but the puppy was just so lively that it's gone to stay with some friends, and Holly can just have a visit once a week. And she only wants to visit for like 10 minutes and then she's had enough. But anyway, I'd tried it earlier. And they said, no, it's not too good. So it's peaceful. You can't hear anything happening outside. Everyone's either at work or inside because of the weather. So the other day I made these scarves. You see a video of these scarves I made, and they're called Keyhole scarves. And you put one end in through the scarf, and then you can wear it around your neck. Have I got it tangled? No, oh, there you go. A bit tangled when it's not on my neck. And I made a blue one for myself, and I made this one. And it can just sit there. It's shorter, and it can just sit there. And I wore one all day yesterday because I had my cardigan on. My cardigan's a bit open, and my chest was cold. So I've been making those, and people have been asking me if I would make them and make them for them. I've put a few in the shop for sale. So they're so convenient, so easy to make, but I thought I'd make some just out of garter stitch. These ones are made with sand stitch. I've got a tutorial. So it's the pearls one side and rib on the other. So it's really pretty. So that's the sand stitch. But I thought I might just do some garter stitch ones, nice and quick and easy. Let's see if they might sell in the shop. They're so good to wear that they don't hang down and get in the way. They don't undo. Because every time I wear my big thick scarf that I wrap round and round my neck, next minute it comes undone all the time. Or you feel like Marshmallow Man with everything puffed up around your neck. Excuse me, I'm a bit froggy today. And when you live alone, you're not used to talking, so your voice goes a bit rusty. You're just so used to sitting quietly. But gee, I'm going to make more of these hexie cardigans in different colours. So I see that my most popular videos are still the little Izzy dolls. I did tutorials on how to knit. And so people have been asking me if I'd knit another one. I want to do another cat because I didn't like the cat that I had made out of that fluffy yarn when it changed colour. I think it looks weird. So I might make a pink cat. Pink cat with a different colour jersey. I'm not sure what colour jersey. So, yeah, interesting that those are still my most popular videos. Some of my other popular ones are the crochet ones where I was showing how to fold the cocoon cardigan, because a lot of the tutorials, they show you and then they think you know the next step. And you don't know the next step. All of a sudden I've got it folded. So I did a tutorial and it's got so many views, which is wonderful. I'm glad it helps people. That's what my channel's about, just making things simple and helping people get started and get confidence in their crochet or knitting journey. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time at all. Just enjoy yourself doing a hobby. So that's why I did the little tutorial the other day, just showing how you just do the sleeves of a hexie cardigan, how you fold it and start doing the sleeve bit without having to watch a big long tutorial and finding that part of it. So it's winter here in New Zealand. 1st of June was winter. And apparently the town 20 minutes away from me is meant to be getting tornadoes today. We never used to get tornadoes. That's just something new we've been having in the last couple of years. So it's pretty calm out there now. the wind's dropped. The wind was really bad a few days ago. For a couple of days it was really bad, and now it's really calm before the storm maybe, and the rain stopped for a while, but it's still really grey. Nicer to be inside. I've become a real inside person. Just enjoy doing my crochet and knitting, my crafting. So I always try and make sure I've done my dishes, had my shower, got all my chores done before I sit down. Otherwise, it gets addictive and you've been sitting here all day and then you find you go to cook dinner but the dishes still aren't done, or you still haven't had your shower. And it's not too cold. I find it's colder when it gets sunny because then you get the frost. So it doesn't snow where I am. Thank goodness. I don't live where it snows. But it did snow a little bit. Oh gosh, how many years ago? 12, 13 years ago in the next town. And it was all good fun for about 10 minutes. Ran around outside playing in it. But 10 minutes is long enough for me. I couldn't live in it. I wouldn't know how to live in it. Getting too soft. In my youth, it wouldn't have worried me. But as you get older, hello, good morning. You're lurking away at crochet. Oh, that's good. So you jumped out of bed into your chair. I was just saying how in Australia it would be too early for you guys. You'll still be in bed or having breakfast. So I've started this second one for sale in the shop, second Hexie cardigan Sam, but I've run out of the yellow. The shop didn't have the yellow. Excuse us for being here. It's actually a nice bright light. But so I've gone as far as I can because after the orange I have to do yellow. So that's it. So I've actually take this out of my little, put this away. I've got another thing I'm going to start. Oh, I was just saying, Sam showing you the scarves I learnt off you. Sam's scarves with the little keyhole scarves I called. I wore my blue one all day yesterday when I went out, and I didn't take it off when I got home. But today I've got my ugly fleecy top. It's washed, but it's old, and I've got a zip I can do right up. But in my cardigans they're a bit lower, and so I wore my blue one all day. Absolutely love it. So right, so I got something else I could do while I was sitting here because I knew I was going to run out. So I've got some black yarn. These are all my leftovers. Shall I start a scarf with leftovers and then have to add more yarn because it's annoying, isn't it? But I need to use up my leftovers. Or should I just start a new big ball of wool? You know, I made a scarf out of this, and when I'd finished it, I didn't notice it had changes of colour in it, like actually in the yarn. I was just really disappointed. It had green in the last black. Really disappointed. So yeah, that looks lovely, thick and warm. Oh, this old top. Oh yes, it's became my favourite. But I don't think I'll use these little scraps. I might start another scarf with this one. So someone wanted a black scarf and I made one, but it had to change a colour in it. And oh, now I've got to find the end. Well, look at that. It's just a piece that came off. That's no good. Well, there's another piece that just came off. That's no good. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I made a scarf out of the black, but it had a colour change in it. I didn't notice. It had a big, not a big, but a piece of green in the yarn. And I tried to undo the scarf. Excuse me, I'm just going to get a tissue for my nose. A bit cold this morning. I tried to undo the scarf, but then I couldn't repair it. Hi Laurie, how are you? Thank you for calling in. I'm just saying I've done as much as I can on this piece of hexa cardigan. I've started another adult one, and this is the second side, but I've run out of yellow and my local shop doesn't sell it, and I've got to try and find it because they're such bright colours. They're not normal colours you'd use, so I can't keep going with it. So Laurie, did you ever see these scarves that Sam made? I've made several for myself, a blue one and this beigey one. I called them Sam's scarves, but they're little keyhole scarves. You put the end through here. And I wore my blue one all day yesterday, but today I've got on my tatty top. So, right. Remember to click the thumbs up or double tap the screen. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I finished my mat blanket and I'm so happy. Oh, that's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Yeah, beautiful scarves. Yeah, I think they're amazing scarves. It's so easy to make. You just turn over the 6 inches or so, 5 or 6 inches, and then sew it down. So comfortable to wear. They don't fall off. So what am I doing? I've got some black yarn and I thought I'd just make another scarf, but I'd just make it garter stitch. So yeah. Oh, do you see how I do? What else are you saying? Oh, you love the heat. Oh wow, that's awesome, Laurie. Do you mean the world map one? Yeah, because you had New Zealand in it, remember? Can't miss out New Zealand. You know, there's actually a map that they've put out now, and it hasn't even got New Zealand on it, a world map. And then they did a map of New Zealand, and it doesn't even have Invercargill on it. So this is how I do my, I don't know if you can see, this is how I do my, not magic circle, what's the other thing? When I slip the slip knot at the beginning, I go round my finger twice, pull the back one to the front, pull the new back one right over, and it's done. That's how I do mine. We're all different, but I thought that was easy for me to remember. Oh, look, the sun's coming out a bit. I've got 2 sofas sitting at right angles to each other, and one sofa's for the morning sun and one sofa's for the afternoon sun. So I'm sitting in the afternoon sun sofa because when you sit in the morning sun, it's got the exterior wall and a window at my back, and the cold air comes in about a good 2 or 3 feet, you know, and I've got an old cottage, and it's not double glazed window, and there's no insulation in the walls. Laurie, all we have in our walls is black paper. They put black building paper. We have the inside wall, the outside cladding, and black paper. That's our insulation. So our little houses and cottages, our old ones, are freezing. So I'm sitting on the sofa that's by the internal wall. Let me see. Yes, the world map. That's great news. The video with the graph for the C2C will drop in about 13 hours. So for me tomorrow morning. Oh, that's great, Laurie. Thank you. That's perfect lighting. Yeah, this is a little, and you can push it 5 times and it goes to different. I might not need it. Turn it off. I don't really need it now because the sun's sort of on my lap. The winter sun comes right in to, oh no, that's too dark for you, isn't it? Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Is that better? Can you see my lap? Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, I mean, someone wants a black scarf, so it's not a good one to do for a live, but it's not a tutorial, so I'm just sitting here doing my thing because it's been raining. 1st of June was winter, and so I thought I'd come on live. Oh, I really need all the scarves and blankets. Well, I do, and that's where I wear this old top at home. You know, before I bought this, and I'd have my cardigans on, when I got cold, I'd actually wear my dressing gown over my clothes. Shh, it's a secret. Don't tell everybody. Oh, that's not good, Trish. We have regulations here now that a house isn't deemed livable if both the walls and roof are uninsulated. Yes, but that's the new rules. So this cottage is about 1950s. Yeah, because I buy the old places because they're cheap. So yeah, is that in your way? At least it's not a microphone. Oh, that's funny. But anyway, so yeah. Can you hear me? I don't even check the volume on the phone. I don't even turn the volume up. Can you hear me okay? I've got the phone fairly close. Let me know if you can hear me properly. I don't know, does it make a difference when I turn the volume up on the phone? Because I never check it. I never turn it up. The lighting was good either way, but not with dark yarn. Probably the extra lighting is good. Sound is good. Yep, can hear you fine. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I can hear high-pitched voices, but when it's a deeper voice, I really struggle. And even when I think I was about 11, and I went to a play that my brother was in at his school, and I didn't want to wear my glasses. I got my glasses when I was about 9, and I didn't want to wear my glasses. And anyway, so I left them in my room, but I didn't know. Oh, Mum, oh, that's right. Mum wrapped them up in a clean hanky. I hope it was clean. And she goes, I'm putting your glasses in my bag. And I said, I don't want them. Didn't want to wear them. I used to throw them in my wardrobe and hide them. And I hated my glasses because you get called four eyes and ugly, and you know what kids are like in the old days. And they were pretty ugly glasses back in those days. Anyway, so, but after a while, I turned to my mum sitting beside me at the concert, and I said, can I have my glasses? I can't hear. Isn't that the weirdest thing to say? But no one picked up on it. But I was lip reading the whole time and no one picked up. But yeah, can I have my glasses? I can't hear. So I watch the beginnings and ends of words to work out what people are saying, because a lot of people mumble. They don't enunciate. They don't move their lips and their teeth. My uncle was bad. He'd talk through his teeth. His teeth never opened, but his lips would sort of move, but his teeth never opened. And couldn't understand a word he was saying. Yeah. Where are the puppies? Are they having a nap? No. Well, Holly's on the seat. I put a picture up. Holly's asleep on the footstool here with her coat on, wrapped in a blanket. So you need to have a look at my picture I put up on the post. The puppy's gone to live with some older friends. It was completely hyper. That's why I was the second person to buy the puppy. And one day Holly just snapped at it. She'd had enough. It was drawing blood on Holly. And then Holly turned around and snapped and tried to bite me. She'd just had enough. And I'm been talking to a behaviourist after Holly was attacked by those other dogs. And she enjoyed the company and she was playing. But then she'd have enough. And of course, the puppy never stopped. Even if Holly went to sleep on the sofa or on the floor, the puppy would just attack her. It just never stopped, 24/7. So I was keeping it in a playpen, and that's not nice for it. And so I was getting stressed. Holly was getting stressed. So it's gone to live with some friends, and we can go visit once a week, but because Holly's had enough after 10 minutes. And it's quite disappointing. I'm very disappointed, but I tried to get a puppy for her to be friends with before. She's become very snarly at people out in public. She's just really miserable. Her personality's really changed. And the behaviourist said to me, you know, she's had so much trauma from 4 dogs attacking her, not just once or twice, but 4. Yeah, her whole personality's changed, and it's a real shame. She used to be a really happy, friendly little dog, and she's happy and friendly, but not. And so it was quite scary when she went for me. I was very upset that day after she did that. But we can go and visit the puppy anytime we like, and it's with an older lady and her brother and her son and her grandson. So there's more people living in the house to keep it entertained. But I was getting quite overwhelmed. And so the behaviourist said to me, I should never have done it for Holly's sake, because I didn't really want a puppy. It's a lot of work. You know, all the peeing and pooing and yeah. So that's really sad. But it's one of those things. I should make a video about it and explain to some people, because people have been asking. So yeah, I'm very sorry. Holly just wants to sit in my lap all day. So she's right here by my knees on the footstool. Yeah, I just, yeah, it's really hard. It's a really hard decision to make. And apparently I was told I should never have done it. But I thought having a go was the right thing. But anyway, that's sad. But yes. Hey, Laurie, you're doing well. Yeah, well, his new name is Pepper. So she kept the P, but his new name is P. He didn't know his name. I called him Puppy. That's it. He came to Puppy. So Puppy and Pepper is the same. But yeah, I just called, and I called Holly Puppy until she was like 3 years old. Her name was Holly, and she knew it after a while. But I still said Puppy. And when I was talking to people, they said, "Oh, have you got a new puppy?" I said, "No, I've got Holly." And they said, "Oh, you call her Puppy. Why do you call her Puppy? She's 2 years old." I said, "Yeah, I call her Puppy." So now she's 4. So I finally stopped calling her Puppy. Yeah, it was a good home. I went to visit. It was a good home, well fenced. And, you know, they'd had a dog before that had passed away several years ago, and they're home all the time, except like the son. The son must be in his 50s, and he works. And then the grandson's like, I don't know, 17 to 18 to 19. And he just thought the puppy was lovely. And then the older people, yeah, they're home. Both of them, the brother and the sister living together, are home all the time. Let me count this. I'm just going to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 28. What's after 28? 30, 32, 34. And I think I've put too many on, because then it goes wider. What did I get up to? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48. There's 50 stitches. But I'm going to do garter stitch, and then it comes out wider later, doesn't it, when you do it? Where's my... Because you can't tell how wide it's be. Sometimes it's going to... I don't know, I might take some off. I call all of them puppies too. Yeah, I mean, I was calling puppy for years, and someone, you know, got... My 15-year-old dog was always my baby. I called him Booba, Bubba, and by his name. He answered to anything. Yeah, well, let's just say the puppy was getting a few names like little SHIT and other 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm taking some off here. So I'm terrible. I don't use a pattern, so I'm just guessing how many stitches to put on, because I don't want it a wide scarf. And there's only 35 stitches on here, but by the time you start knitting, it gets wider. So let's see. Quite often I'll do something for about 4 inches, and then I'll take it apart and start again. He knows his name. Noddy wants to make sure he's present at all times. He's got painted on ears. We have a 7-year-old dog named Lebowski, and he even comes when I call the cats. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, they're funny. Yeah, it's funny. Like someone said, they can hear the cheese packet being opened in the kitchen from the other end of the house, but they can't hear their name being called when they're outside when you're shouting. So, yeah. But anyway, so what's your time, ladies? Because it's, yeah, oh, it's 11 o'clock now. It's so quiet today. I was going to go live 2 days a while ago. A few days ago, I was going to go live, and then before that, but the neighbour was getting a new carport built out of steel. So it wouldn't have just been hammering you would have heard. It was the high-pitched drilling into steel, that really high-pitched squeaky noise, horrible noise. And then they've had a great big roof put over there, great big long deck, the whole width of their house, one side to the other, or length of their house. So huge. Yeah, I'm 9 a.m. been awake since, oh yeah, I don't sleep all night, Sam. I'm up and down. Sometimes if I'm laying in bed and I can't sleep, I just get up and go to the loo. I don't really need to, but I just get up and, you know, I try not to look at my phone because that hurts my eyes and gives me headaches. And then that's a bad habit. And I don't get out a book. I had a friend, if she couldn't sleep, she'd read a book, but then she learnt to stay awake. She retrained her brain to stay awake. So I refuse to get a book and I refuse to look at my phone. I think this is going to be too wide. So, oh, hello, Lisa. Lisa, you've been going live and you haven't told me. But anyway, so I'm sorry I've been missing your lives at the time. I watch some of them later. But yeah, so you'll be about 9 o'clock too, Lisa. So, what's your time, Laurie? Oh, hello. Hola, Joe, the crocheting sailor. Gosh, hello, how are you? Thank you for popping in. I really appreciate that. You haven't done for a couple of weeks. Oh, you're live? I'm sure I saw you. Look, time's speeding. Did you know time's speeding as I get older? It's my birthday and what's the date today? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 3 days, my birthday. Getting old. Starting to show it now too. Yeah, I'm multitasking listening. I'm in Virginia. What's your time? I'm sorry, I've forgotten your first name. I used to know it. I used to have a piece of paper with them all written on. So I'm just prattling on. Nothing important to say today. Yeah. So is Dawn not, Lisa, is Dawn not doing lives at the moment? Is she sick or is she just having a break? Because I went and had a look at her channel and I can't see anything since you put up something about the birds. Something about the birds I'd rescued. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm doing black, so it's not a tutorial, so you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm making a black scarf for someone. They wanted a black keyhole scarf, one of Sam's scarves. So did you make that up yourself, Sam, or had you seen that before somewhere? I'm not sure about Dawn, haven't heard from her in ages. Oh, okay, maybe she's just having a rest. Maybe she just needs a break. You know, we all get a bit overwhelmed and need a break sometimes. I know I went off YouTube for about a year, and that's when I was, you know, I knew everybody on the YouTube scene. And now when you come back after about a year, you sort of lost contact with everybody again. So, yeah. And of course, because I don't do as many lives as everybody else. But I thought I'd sit here and do something. So how wide is this going to be now? I've done my second row. Do you always twist like that when you're starting them as well? They always twist. Or is that just me? So it's only going to be a garter stitch one. Yeah. 16 hours behind me. Oh, I can't do math. So if it's 11 o'clock, what's 16 hours behind? Oh, that's nearly 12. So say it's 11 o'clock at night, but take off 1. So it's about 10 o'clock at night. I don't know. It's Wednesday morning here. That's all I know. I decided I need to go and live in America so I can be near everybody and be on the same time zone. Anybody want to put me in their spare room? I love doing laundry. I love putting the wash. All you have to do is put the washing machine on and hang it outside. I don't iron. I'm not going to iron everything. I'll just fold it up and put it away. So there. I won't do your gardening. I'm over gardening. Can't be bothered. Black yarn is so difficult to hook. Yeah, well, I'm knitting a scarf this time, but yeah, it's not bad. I've got this light, and if I push it 5 times, it has different strengths of light, and it's really bright. So I love it. She's 7 on a Tuesday night. How come I couldn't do that maths? I can do my budget. I start at the top of what I get. I start with the amount I get, and then I work down paying the bills and end up with 0. When I've ended up with 0, that's my budget. That's my maths. I was kicked out of maths class in high school, told to go out into the corridor because I was too dumb. But I mean, really, who uses trigonometry and algebra and, come on. I had no idea what he's saying. It was like a whole different language. I will have you playing. See you all playing. Yes, Wednesday morning for you. Yes. Oh, hello. I didn't realise he said that. I hate black yarn is so difficult to hook. Oh, Nyanko. Nyanko, is that how you say it? Thank you for popping in. Yes, I don't mind because I've got this light and I've got a very, very sunny, bright room. My little tiny lounge is my craft room. And I can sit in a chair right up by the window or the rant slider. A rant slider is a sliding glass door, but we call them rant sliders. So that's, yeah, I don't know why we call them rant sliders, just because we were settled by the English and that's what the English call them. But yeah, glass sliding doors. I've got my sofa end on. Got the sliding door and my sofa's here, so I sit right on the end of the sofa, right up, and I'm sitting in the sun. On a sunny winter's day, I don't need any heating on. It is so hot in this little room. But if I go down to the kitchen, which is the other end of the little cottage, I've got a little bedroom in between, I start sneezing. So I have to put a coat on to go to the kitchen and take it off when I come into the lounge. That's when it's sunny. It's not sunny, but it's still cloudy, but it's not raining. Do I prefer hooking or knitting? I do both. I don't mind. I find I do have a rest from one or the other because my hands can get sore doing one for too long. I'm very tight at crocheting and I'm very tight at knitting. And I've tried to loosen up and I can't. It's just how I am. So I have to use bigger needles and bigger hooks than usual. But I don't know why, but I've got a real bend in my little finger down here. I don't know what it is when I'm crocheting. I've got a real bend in the bone down there. And that's been quite painful lately too. I don't know. It's just the way of holding things. But yeah. But as you can see, I'm a thrower. I throw my yarn. I don't do continental knitting. So I've only been knitting again for a few years. Well, about a year maybe have I been knitting. I can't remember. I'll have to have a look. I'll have to go back through my old videos. I made that colourful squared cardigan. And that was the first time I'd knit for 50 years. So, well, nearly 50 years. I knit a cardigan for myself when I was 15, a starsky and hutch cardigan, and had a big shawl collar, pockets, a self-tied belt. It was lovely. I wore it all the time. It was like a little dressing gown over my clothes because we grew up in a great big cold villa and very high ceilings, so all the heat was in the ceilings. But I enjoy both because I do different things. I knit beanies and scarves and fingerless gloves. and I crochet a lot of other things, so just depends on what I feel like doing. Knitting an adult's beanie at the moment. Oh, good. Yes, you're very clever with your knitting, Lisa, but I see, because when you get to know people on YouTube and you first meet them, you don't realise how long they've been on YouTube or what they've done. And I see you used to do a lot of crocheting, and you were really good at it, and you're good at your knitting, and you're good at reading patterns. So Lisa and Sam and Laurie have tutorials on everything. I learnt crocheting from Bella Coco when my back was really bad and I couldn't walk and I couldn't sit and I was in pain, and I had to give up my card making because I'd be sitting at a table. So I had to learn something where I could be actually laying down, because I couldn't even sit up like this with cushions at my back. I had to be actually laying on my back, and I got very depressed for a while, and then I thought, I need something I can do on my back. I can crochet on my back. Crocheting's easier than knitting on my back. So I watched Bella Coco. I got myself some hooks. Got those cheap plastic hooks, but I much prefer the aluminium ones now. And I was laying on my back and I learnt to crochet. And the first thing I learnt to crochet was a shawl, just a simple shawl, because I like to, I'm more motivated when I'm actually learning something. I didn't want to learn a dishcloth or a square or anything like that. I thought, I'm going to make something pretty and I'm going to learn to do it and do a shawl. And then I decided that I would make tutorials to show other people how beginners can make nice things. So that's when I started my tutorials, because I'd make them quicker tutorials, because I didn't understand about people watching for a long time doing watch hours. So I did everything quicker. So yeah, hello Bonnie. Oh, thank you so much for popping in. Nyanko, I try knitting, but it's difficult to me to use 2 needles. Hooking look like more easy and quick. So do you do crocheting, Nyanko? I hope I'm saying that right. Do you do crocheting? You don't do knitting? Knitting's, it just depends. You find a different way to do your knitting. You can be, there's no right or wrong way to do anything. You hold your needles and your yarn how it feels good for you. You can try different ways from tutorials on YouTube. I have basic knitting tutorials, so does Sam, and I've done basic crochet tutorials, and you just end up doing your own thing of how it feels right for you. And there's no rush too. You pause the video when you're learning. I remember with Bella Coco, I'd basically watch 3 seconds and then pause it and then have a go and then watch the next 3 seconds and pause it and then do it. It would take me 3 weeks to get through one of her videos, when she would, be doing it in half an hour or something. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, because, it's not a speed test. It's not a competition to who's the fastest and who's the best. It's just about you enjoying your hobbies and having a go at something. Yeah. I learned how to do it when I was 20, but my knitting, and then I watched Lisa, and she's a freaking machine. Yeah, well, Lisa loves to do her knitting. She's very, very good. But that's fine. I mean, everyone's different. She's very clever. But then you're clever too, Bonnie. And I've seen you do things. I still call myself a beginner for everything, even though I've been crocheting for, I don't know, is it 5 or 6 years? Can't remember when I started my channel. But I tell everybody I'm a beginner, and I just like to show how easy it is, and don't put stress on yourself. So even if I was crocheting or knitting for 20 years, I'd still call myself a beginner. Look, Sam's showing all these fancy stitches, and so is Lisa, and I'm quite happy with my plain old treble. Treble is UK, double crochet for America. I'm quite happy doing that on just about everything, just my clusters and things. And My knitting's just very basic. Well, knitting's only purl and crochet, but just basic. Yeah, see how mine turns after a while. I've got to straighten it out because I want to see how long it is. It might be quite a wide scarf. And of course I'm tight, so I can't open it. So, oh well, I'll keep going. So yeah. Oh, I know, I never keep up with anybody. I tell everybody all the time, if somebody else is best, you just do your best. That's fine. It's meant to be good fun, isn't it? Hello, Luana. Good morning. Thank you for coming. Where are you from and what's your time? I love to know everybody's time. I'm really weird. Every time I come on, I just go, what's your time? What's your time? Yeah. You're now crocheting. You've been doing it for 53 years. So I have to read the tablet and hold it up close to my eyes. Hope you guys don't mind. I can go fast sometimes and sometimes I can't. I just make what I'm making and that's it. Same as me, Bonnie. Same as me. I did a scarf and one of the stitches Sam taught me. Oh, good, Lisa. You've been doing some beautiful stitches. So, yeah. It's like I just don't really try that much new stuff. Which are the biggest and smallest size needles and hook do you already use? I talk about quick hooking because for me it's motivating to see the result. That's right. 6/17 Tuesday. I'm just down the road from you. Me? You're down the road from me. Me, do you mean? Did you already test to make amigurumi? So I stick with the medium-sized needles and hooks. I don't do anything really tall, small and tight because I'm already a tight knitter and a tight crocheter, and it hurts my hands. And I find I actually get sore hands doing really, really bulky yarn. I don't like that either. So in New Zealand, we call it double knit, which I think is, I've forgotten what that is for America. Not sock yarn, twice as thick as sock yarn. We can say 8-ply, but it's not really 8-ply. It's all done into one. It's very confusing, the thicknesses of yarn. So I usually use about the 4 would be the smallest needles, 4mm, because I'm doing millimeters now. And then I'm using 5mm at the moment. And then for these scarves I made, because it was a bit thicker yarn, I use 6mm. And the same with my hooks. I do about a 5 or 6mm hook. 4 would be my smallest. I'd try not to go to a 4. So I just use medium weight yarns. 3 weight. Yes, you're just down the road from me. Oh, where are you? Palmerston, Levin. I forget, because if you've already told me, I forget. You could tell me your deepest, darkest secret and I would forget. Or if I remembered part of it, I'd actually forget who told me. So you're quite safe. So, you know, you don't have to say what town you're in. You could say the region. Are you Manawatu, Horowhenua, Wellington, Taranaki? Oh, I'm just nosy. But then I'll just forget. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but I've got a terrible memory. Yeah. Oh, we're talking needles. I thought we were talking yarn. We're talking all sorts, Bonnie. we're talking needles, hooks, yarn. We're talking everything. And we just muddle along in this conversation. Yes, yarn, it's called double knitting. DK. I use between a 4mm needle to 5mm needle. Do you use many 6, Lisa? This was the blue and this beige color. This is that, what was that yarn called? Oh, now I'm going to forget. But I showed it I showed him when I made it. This is I'll remember it. But anyway, it's a bit bigger. I've forgotten. Yeah, outskirts of Levin. Oh, hi. Oh, whoa. We could meet up for a coffee one day. There you go. So do you do anything on a channel or you just watch? I'm just one of those people that I might as well do a channel as well as watching. I just wanted to show people simple things with the crochet. So what do you do, Luana? Do you knit, crochet? I used to do card making, and years ago I did machine knitting on a flatbed machine, but I was making so many beautiful, I've got a video somewhere way back. I used to make beautiful lace weight shawls and scarves, but the dust, like the yarn fibers, would fly off little tiny bits and got into my lungs, and I got emphysema. And I'm a lot better now, but boy, I was sick. I was sick for years. So no, I haven't used a 6mm as yet. Oh, okay. What about when you're using a spotlight yarn, Lisa? I use a 6 on that, probably because I'm so tight. If I used a 5, it would be, yeah, I used a 5 when I did that coloured square cardigan, but I think I would have been better with a 6, because then it comes out like concrete. My knitting comes out like concrete if I don't use something big. It doesn't come out nice and soft because it's so tight. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you, Lisa. Do you think the spotlight yarn is the same as Big Twist? It looks the same, and I'm wondering if it's the same, because everyone says Big Twist is lovely. So, okay, me, the smallest was 5mm and the biggest hook 20mm. Oh, wow. Wow, 20. I've got some big hooks and needles, but I just haven't used them because, wow, 20mm. Did it hurt your hands? Some people, when you get that big chunky yarn, they would actually do hand knitting. So no needles, they just use their hands. Have you ever tried that? I tried it once. I didn't like what it looked like, so I undid it all. But maybe the yarn wasn't big enough. I just learned Tunsian this year. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I've seen that, and you use a long hook, a really long hook. I haven't tried it. As I was saying to Sam, I just stick to the same old thing. I'm terrible. But I have used a 7mm circular needle to make a queen size needle blanket. Oh, okay. Oh, circular needle. Yeah, well, I'm not very good with the circular needles. I do my socks, and that's it. And I really need to make some more for this winter. But I don't like using circular needles. Yeah. And it's longer than crochet, but faster than knitting. Yes, crochet is very fast. I like that. It's almost instant results, but it uses a lot more yarn. So if you haven't got much yarn, then I'll look at it. I'll look in my stash and think, oh, I want to make something with this, but there's not enough for crochet. I will then knit it, because knitting is slow, but it uses a lot less. So that would be great. I've been following you for a while now. I crochet and knit. I didn't know that. Oh, thank you. Have you learned anything? Am I helpful? Does it help you in any way, some of my tutorials or things? Hopefully I'm helpful, but that's nice. It's nice that people are still following me. I mean, I'm just a old Joe blogs nobody, just, you know, having fun with my channel. I don't get too serious about it, because I get a bit stressed and overwhelmed quite easily. So I just like things to be fun and enjoyable. Yeah. Spotlight yarn I use between a 4mm and 5 years. Yes, I think Big Twist is just like the spot yarn save. Yes, I wondered. Yes, but then you've got Big Twist that's colourful. I went into Spotlight a while ago, and they had some Big Twist, and it was colourful, but not the ones that you were using at that time. It was so pretty, the ones that you were using, and but we didn't have any plain. We don't have any solid colours. Sorry, I say plain, I should say solid. Learn all these words. I used Big Twist once. It's okay. I have no idea why they're all going nuts that Joanna's closing. I don't care, because I don't live by one. Yes, but yeah, do you see the big hauls everyone's buying? Wow, somebody just spent $4,000, and her rooms are already full, and she's got nowhere to put it. I love watching yarn geek. She goes to her mother's place. Her mother's got shipping containers of yarn, and they built an extra bit to their house, and it's full of yarns and shells, and Yarn Geek's ones are just shelves and cupboards, and she's even hired a studio, and that's fine. I mean, it's not hurting anybody. That's just how they want to do it. You know, if you've got the money and you want to do it, I mean, it's better than going out and getting drunk and hurting people, or doing drugs or something. I mean, it's not hurting people. I mean, I've got a big enough stash. When I first started my channel, we had to do show and tell. Now it's called acquisitions. And so no one pressured me, but it was like, well, what am I going to do for show and tell? So I'd go out and buy yarn, and next week I'd go out and buy yarn, and I'd go and buy yarn. Oh, it's on special, I better go and buy yarn. And so I've got tubs in a cupboard of yarn. And now here I am. I've got yarn enough to, I don't need to go and buy it. It'll last me for the rest of my life. I look at what everyone's using new and think, oh, I'd like to try that. But then I think, no, I open up the door of my cupboard and think, oh, what can I use? Or I pull out all my tubs and, oh, what can I use? I did get some from Hobie in Denmark, but that's quite thin. Some of it's very thin. So, and I've only got like one ball of one colour or something, you know, the multicolour ones, self striping or multicolour. So, yeah, I might have to just use them for beanies or something. What are we up to? I'll just read this up here. Bonnie, I was lucky that big twist was gifted to me. It was. You were very lucky. I would love to have more of the big twist. I would like to have a go if it's... So if you think it's the same, or do you think it's a little bit different, Lisa? Because, yeah. Bonnie, I really like Tunisian hook, but in Belgium it's difficult to find a long Tunisian hook. They long like an Afghan normal crochet. Oh, so do you live in Belgium? So do you buy online? I hate buying online because of the cost of the shipping to here. Shipping is very expensive to here. My girlfriend sent a small box of yarn from America, and it cost $75 just $75 US just for the shipping. It's like, wow. An Afghan hook works. I've never heard of an Afghan hook. Oh, is that what you meant? Like an Afghan? Oh, normal crochet. Afghan. So what's an Afghan hook? Instead of just a normal hook. A lot of people are buying it for the YouTube channels. I say they're nuts. Yes. Because yarn hauls and sorting out your craft room, they get a lot of views, but I'm too embarrassed to show mine. It's going to take them 50 years to use all the yarn. Yeah, but some of them are only 20. Come on. they got 50 years to go. But I haven't got 50 years to go. I would love to shop at Yarn Geek Stack. Oh, I know. Oh, you watch her too. I tell you, yeah. I had to stop for a while. It was getting crazy, but I've started watching her again. I don't have yarn like that, but I've got enough for 20 years, or maybe not, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I reckon I have. I mean, I'm turning 65 on Saturday, so I don't need to buy any more. I don't know if I'll be crocheting at 80. I enjoy the company. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, true. Do you live alone like me? Yeah, that's why I come out in the mornings and watch the YouTube. And then I thought, I'll start doing lives again. I might as well chat to people because, yeah, watching. One thing I find about re-watching somebody's live is that you're not actually talking to them, and it's nice to listen to it, but they're not saying hello back to you. So I like to be on their live. Yes, I know, but they don't long enough for me. Oh, okay. Yeah, is that the hooks? Do you have Amazon? We don't have Amazon here because we could buy from America, which is Amazon, but the shipping would be like, $50 or $100. I sold a shawl to a lady in America. She lives in Oregon, and I started putting some extra things in there for her, and it came to $100 shipping. So I had to take some things out. So she had a shawl, and I put in a little gift bag that I'd sewn up, those big bags, like a reusable bag, but a big one I'd sewn up. I forget what else I put in there. A headband. I made a headband. Came to $40-something shipping, $46, $48. So half the price, and that's all it was. Hobie has stopped shipping to Australia and New Zealand. Yes, I got them when it was free shipping and then you had to pay. So I did have to get some more yarn for a cardigan I'd made and I needed to finish it. And the shipping was terrible. I just got, I think, 1 or 2 more balls and the shipping was more than the balls, but I needed it. I couldn't get it anywhere else. But yeah, so yeah, I love their free shipping. I won't tell you how much I got at that stage. Yeah, it sucks, Lisa. I feel Big Twist is the same as Spotlight Saver, but you need to try it and see what you think. Yeah, sure. I need to try it. Send me some. No, you need tungsten hooks with a cable. That will work. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I live in Belgium and speak French. I don't speak any other language. I can speak a bit of Spanish by putting mente on the end of everything. Supplemente. No, I don't know. Maybe it's because we're so far from everybody. Because, yeah. And there wasn't anything to learn at school. There was French at school. But, funny, that does suck. I've been following Yarn Geeks for a couple of years. Yeah, and there's another lady. What was her name? She's got a big stash. And she's lost a lot of her fingers. Oh, what's her name? And she still crochets. I've forgotten her name. Luana, yes. Never try with a cable. Never try. You've never made cables. I've never made cables crocheting, but I do have a. I'm going to pimp myself. I do have a video on how to do cables knitting, and it's so easy. So easy. You're afraid the cable will fall. Yeah. But if you find a simple tutorial, what I did, I'd watch something 2 or 3 times and then I'd have a go and just slowly and then and pausing it a million times. I have the cable hooks for tungsten, but I've never used them. I just use the regular tungsten hooks. Okay. Thank you, Bonnie. I have no idea because I've never used them. I'm glad you're able to help everybody, you guys, and Sam. But unless you're ready to make something big, you don't really need to worry about that. I'm not worried about that. I'm trying to just learn how to make the small stuff. Yeah. And you know what I like the idea of? Like I was doing little sample squares knitting with different stitches, and that's how I learnt the stitch, the sand stitch, and I decided to use it for the scarf because when you're doing a little sample, well, I do my samples quite big, really, probably 6 to 7 inches wide, 8 inches wide. I still do inches. We're meant to do millimeters. I don't like millimeters. I learnt inches when I was a child and I've stuck with them. Anyway, they're big enough for you to see what the pattern looks like. And you know, you could do all these little samples and then make them into a scarf with different samples going all the way up. That'd be awesome. So, because I need to sew my knitted samples together and I don't know what it would look like, but yeah, I have seen people do sample scarves. I think they're called something like that. They look really awesome. So that's in my to-do list. Yeah. Have you ever tried hooking with your arm to make a big chunky blanket? No, I've tried knitting. Is that the same as what you mean? Making something, yeah, with your hands and your arms. I suppose we call it hand knitting, arm knitting. But I did try. I didn't like it. I didn't have bulky enough yarn. And somebody, like I was using some Bernat baby yarn. And somebody on a crochet page, a local crochet page on Facebook, she said, oh, I don't like crocheting with it. She said it's hurting my hands to use such a big hook. She goes, I tried arm knitting with it, making it, but she said she didn't like it because it's too holey. I don't think it would be bulky enough to do arm knitting with it. I think it's a really, really huge yarn that would be good for arm knitting. So yeah, I had a go. I didn't like it, so I pulled it apart, used the yarn again with something else. But I don't really like the real bulky stuff. It just hurts my hands and fingers whether it's crocheting or knitting, it just hurts. It gets heavy, but it hurts my fingers because I get the arthritis. But yeah. Sport my bad. I must speak knitting with arm. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's okay. I mean, I'm just trying to learn and read as well because I don't know everything. So you have to eat dinner now, Laurie. Okay. Are you going live later today? Gosh, you did a really great live when you did those fingernails. You put those nails on, and you had like 9 or 10,000 views, 10K views. It's like amazing. Well done to you. That's wonderful. I'm so pleased for you. You're really taking off with your channel. But yeah, and maybe I'm not reading it the right way, Nyanko, but I mean, I'm just a beginner and learning too, so I know nothing about tunsian and those types of hooks and other things as well. So, but that's okay. We're not judging anyone here. We're just chatting. We're chatting like old friends, and no one judges anybody if we, you know, if I misunderstand and you think you didn't write it, it doesn't matter. You know, we're not upset with you, and hopefully no one's upset with me. We're just all friends. It's nice to have these chats. So yeah, so look how much I've done with this knitting, not much at all. And with crochet, I'd be like way up here or something. So yeah, knitting certainly is slower, but I find it relaxing. I might find it more relaxing than crochet. I don't know why. It's just sort of mindless sitting here tossing this yarn over the needle. But yeah, so I did crochet some cardigans. And I found them very heavy because I use up more yarn, and they stretched more in the length, and they didn't end up fitting right. And I also found them colder, and so I pulled the yarn apart, I pulled the cardigans apart, and I knitted them up, and with just using stocking stitch, I found them warmer. So I have done lots of tutorials doing things, and then I've pulled them apart because I like to wear the things I make. I'm not today. I'm wearing my nice warm fluffy top, my well-loved top. But if I'm going to make it, I like it to be useful and worn. I don't want to just wear it and put it in the wardrobe and just have it not being used. So, because Lisa donates everything that she makes, which is really lovely. She donates to the homeless. But to help with my bills, I do sell a lot of my makes. It just helps with the bills at the moment. So, yeah. But I have donated some things as well. I just donated a few things today to the local food bank, some bits and pieces that they could give people that were housebound and home. Scarves, beanies, soap bags, different things that people might use. So I'll try to do that. Yeah, what are you eating, Laurie? Oh, you're going out. You're going over the shops. Yeah, have a great day. Yeah, I'll just be sitting here, and you never know. When I finish my live, I might even do another one this afternoon or something. Because sometimes I'm sitting here and watching videos, or I try and watch a movie. There's not many decent movies to watch at the moment. I think I've watched them all. And I should be sitting live just chatting to people or something. I used to have a Skype friend, and we'd sit every day Skyping, and we both did card making. And she lived in the South Island, and I was in the North Island, and we'd just chat every day, sitting at the table. So, I mean, I could go live a lot more often, just to see who turns up and chats. But, yeah. So what's the time now? 11:41. Time flies when you're talking to friends. That's what I like about it. It doesn't drag. It's nice to have the company, and I really appreciate everyone that pops in. Because I'll be sitting here anyway. I went out yesterday. I do have to go to Palmerston or Levin to try and find that yellow yarn to finish for this, so I can keep going with it. Nice bright yellow yarn, but I don't feel like going out today. When it's raining and cool, cold. I just like to stay at home, all snuggled. Yeah. I'm going to sleep. It's 1:32 of the night. Oh, wow, 1:32 in the morning. Oh, yes. Have a good day. Thank you so much for popping in. I really appreciate it. You have a good sleep. Do you normally stay up to the morning? I get cold, and, to save my power and everything, I go to bed with a book. I go to bed really early. Yeah. Yeah. Are you going to Bonnie, or are you just saying good night? Yeah. Yeah, bye. Nice to meet you. Hopefully I'll see you again. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, look at this. I'm doing garter stitch, and all of a sudden, busy talking, and I suddenly started doing purl. I suppose I could. It would make a pattern. So I've got to undo this row, I think. Someone said in my other videos, you see, I talk too much. But then what are you supposed to say on videos and lives? You're supposed to talk. Had two people say that. Oh, you've got to laugh. Got to laugh sometimes. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Isn't it for talking? But anyway, so yeah. Oh, good night, Nyanko. Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to meet new people. Look, isn't the internet amazing? I mean, it's really bad that if you're supposed to be younger and you're working and going to school and you're living your life on internet, because we didn't have internet growing up. We were outside playing cowboys and Indians and cops and robbers and playing on the swings and sides or riding our bikes. But it's so wonderful that we can meet people on the other side of the world, and people end up making great friends with each other. I had a friend, she's going through a bad time in America at the moment, and I rang her on Messenger, and we had a little chat for about 40 minutes, and that was really nice, and she really appreciated it. I just wanted to ring up and see how she was, because I've been really worried about her. She's going through a terrible time, and it's nice for her to know. Well, she said she really appreciated to know that someone on the other side of the world she's never met cared enough to ring up and say hi and ask how she was coping. And there's somebody else. I made a post on my YouTube post. I still call it community tab. About George. He's got terrible cancer at the moment. Put a post up asking for healing thoughts, prayers, good thoughts, whatever people want to call them. And, I watch his channel and I watch his lives, and he talks to you like you're his best friend. You really matter. Whereas I've seen some people on their lives, and I go in, they're not even reading the chat. They're not even talking to you. And you just sort of feel, oh, okay. It's so nice when people actually talk back to you and are chatting with you, Yeah. Luana, I like to, how do I put it? I don't want to be nosy in people's lives and know every detail, but if you get to know somebody after a while, and that's why you end up with your favorite YouTube people, your channels that you watch all the time. Who else do you watch, Luana? Who do you like watching the most, and why do you feel connected to them? There's some people I'll watch and you feel really connected, just the way they speak to you, just nice, kind, normal, chatting with you like you're a friend. And you just like going back to their channel because you feel so welcome. I don't go into lives when they don't acknowledge their chat. Yeah, they're not fun. Yes, Bonnie, I know. It's hard. Yeah, I was watching somebody in her live, and she doesn't speak English, and she was in her live, and I said hello and everything, and I stayed for a while, and I go back because she's trying to get her channel up and running, but it is hard when they're live and they can't chat to you. I suppose if they had a computer, they could type at you. Oh, I wonder if I can, I guess I can do that too. Let's put a test in here. Can I do a test? I've never done this. Look, can I do this? Oh, look, I can say hello. So, I mean, she doesn't even do that. But anyway, I do try. But, yeah. Oh, shush, Holly. Oh, no, she's going to have a, oh, she's going to have a howl. Holly, no. Come here. Holly, come. No. She's going to have a growl and a carry on. But, yeah, sometimes she does it all the time. She picks up any noise out there. If the neighbours come home in their car, she's growling and barking. And I know she's protecting the place, but she needs to go and live on a 20-acre farm where she can't hear any neighbours, because we're very close here. These old houses are built very close. Not as close as in Wellington. Some of those are touching. Some of those houses in Wellington are touching, aren't they, Luana? It's like, it always amazed me when I was little, my dad would drive around Wellington. We'd go and see friends or go and stay with aunts and uncles. And oh my goodness, the houses up on the hills and the steepness, and just how close they are together. But yeah, I mean, I can hear, the neighbours aren't home today, but I've been inside, and then they can hear me talking with my windows and doors closed, and I can hear them, and I'm just talking like normal like this. So yeah, I used to live on a farm. I used to work on a farm, and I really miss the privacy. Yeah, the neighbour, I put some net curtains up in the end, but it blocks out the light, and the neighbours put cameras up for his place, but he said they're pointing straight at my ranch slider. Luckily he told me, because when I've come in from summer from mowing the lawns, you might sort of yeah, take off your t-shirt. Yeah, I won't say, but yeah, so I've had to be a lot more careful when I'm in my lounge. I like Camille and Laura. Oh, yes, and Camille's lovely. She's very welcoming. Mary from Wow Crochet. Don't remember Mary. Like you, I like down-to-earth people. I also have a wee dog like yours. Oh, nice. I'll have to look up Mary from Wow. Is that what it's called? Wow Crochet. There were lots of other people I used to watch years ago, and then I sort of lose touch. When I started doing my channel more, I found they talk to me and got to know me when I'm in their lives, but when I take time out to do my videos or lives, I never saw them, and so I only see them when I go back, and I don't expect them to come and watch me, but it's sort of like yeah, sometimes you sort of forget about people. Holly, what are you doing? Lay down. Lay down in the sun. Usually I say to her, lay down in the sun. There's no sun. So my lounge and my bedroom and my dining area gets the morning sun, but the lounge and the bedroom get all day sun. Starts in the morning and goes down in the evening, but in winter it gets a bit less, but it's still really sunny. And so sometimes, especially in the summer, especially when it was lockdown, and oh gosh, I was lonely. I didn't cope at all in lockdown. And Holly and I would jump out of bed, and I'd grab a dressing gown, and I'd come running into the corner of the lounge where the sofa is, and I'd curl up with a blanket over my legs, and I'd sit there, you know, it'd be 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning, just to get into the sun for a while to warm up. And I'd do my crochet, and I'd listen to podcasts, people who are already up in America doing a podcast. And Holly she'd grab the sunny spot too, down at my feet, and it was lovely. But on the Sundays when it was cloudy or rainy, and Holly, she'd come running out of the bedroom and she'd run to the sunny spot, and then she'd sit there looking at me like, and she'd whimper, but she'd whimper all day because there was no sun, and she would whimper all day, like all day. So I'm going to take a picture, and then I'll put it in my post. This is her looking at me while I'm talking to you guys. She'll look at me because she hates me knitting and crocheting. She wants to be on my lap. So this is Holly looking at me. I'll put that up on my community post. Hang on, can I do that while I'm? Of course I can. I'm getting very clever with this technology. You can learn old tricks. Here you go. What should I say? Oops. Got to spell this. Right, post the photo. There she is. This should show up. You'll be able to go and have a look. I've got Holly staring at me while I'm doing a live show. She's feeling ignored. There you go. I'll post it. She's got a funny little coat on. There you go. I can see it now. Let me know if you can go and see it. That's so funny. She's right at my knees on a footstool. Oh, hi, Grandma. Oh, hello. How are you? Thank you for popping in. It's so cute you call me Grandma. I am old enough to be your grandma, probably. I am a grandma. Yep. So, stay live. I thought Holly might need to go out to the loo, but no, she's back on the footstool. Yeah. Excuse me. I live in a holiday area. Not many permanent people living here, mostly holiday homes. I'm just a few streets over from the beach. It's quiet here. Bonnie, did you look at the picture? She's cute. Wow, Crochet goes live at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. New Zealand. Oh, okay. I might have to have a look. Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many channels. There's so many live shows. In the end, you can't please everybody. You're just going to end up stepping on somebody's toes by going live at the same time. I know sometimes I thought, oh, I'll go live, but then next minute Laurie and Camille are on. I think they go on every day. Not sure. And then Kelly. So have you heard of Kelly? I Bring It Every Day, she's called. I Bring It Every Day. Her name's Kelly. And she's a lovely lady. So she goes live every day with motivational things, crochet, knitting, takes us to her craft group, takes us out to markets. She's lovely. So, yeah. But no, Holly gets feeling ignored. She just wants to be on my lap, but she gets very heavy for my little bony legs. And she doesn't fit anymore now. She's not a little puppy. She's still little, but yeah. Yes, you did. Yes. The look she gives me, she puts her nose up in the air like I've got a few pictures of her just like staring at my crochet and like with hate, like get rid of those things. It's time for my lap time. So yeah, when she finally gets to climb onto my lap, she moans and groans and grizzles, and it's like she wants to climb inside your skin. Excuse me, a bit froggy. I might just have a sip of water. Hope that's okay. Sorry about that. Excuse me. So, not heard of her. Sounds great. You know, she's lovely. I Bring It Every Day. Yeah. I've got the hiccups now. We'll be here 6 p.m. New Zealand time, 4 p.m. Australian time. I watch you sometimes 4 p.m. Wednesday and 10 a.m. Saturdays. Who? Wow. I Bring It Every Day. I've got hiccups now. How old is she? I don't know. I Bring It Every Day. Kelly. I'm getting confused now. Oh, there's my hiccups. If I'm going to have to hiccup, I'm going to have to go. I don't know. You can't guess somebody's age. 30s? I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna. Wow. Oh, how? Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, I see you watch here too. How are you going with your lives? I see you're still doing them, getting lots of people. Sam, so Sam goes live. Oh, we were going to do lives together, but I've only got my phone. Oh, sorry, hiccups. Tell me when it gets a bit rude. I'll have to go. But then sometimes you're up. I see you're on at 4 a.m. It's like no, I'm not getting up at 4 a.m. Oh, that would. Oh, excuse me. That would be 6 a.m. to me. Oh, hello, Deborah. Maybe she's talking about your dog. My dog is 4. Your dog. How old is your dog? Oh, she's 4. She's 4. She's still a baby. Yeah. So, what language are you speaking? Oh, la. Is that French? Nova Zealandia. I don't speak French. No comprende. But that's all right. Welcome. Thank you for watching. We can still say hello to you. So what country are you in? And what's your time? Because I'm sure we'll recognise what country you are. My Misty is 11. Oh, how nice. I had a cat called Misty. She passed away. Well, passed away. Yeah, she mysteriously ended up with a broken leg and a broken hip. And I reckon it was, we won't say. But, so I did take her to the vet. And yeah, and that's sad. She was beautiful. She was, do you call them tortoiseshell when they're all different colours? I call them multicolour. I make up my own words for people. I make up my own words, my own names for people. A bit strange. Yeah. But yeah, Deborah, is that for Deborah? So that's all right. I wish we had a thing on the live where, you know, when you got it on other things where you can have it, like you push it and Google translate it back into your own language. So Google's going to be turning our videos and our lives into other languages too, apparently. YouTube's doing a lot of things at the moment, as well as putting up these split screens for adverts. Let me know if you see an advert in mine. So I don't even know if I can't see half of the things in the, what do they call it, the back of YouTube, the back office YouTube studio, because in a phone you don't have everything that a computer has. I've been looking at laptops, but if I spend the money on one, I want to get one where I can do make little videos. It needs a lot of RAM and what do you call it, RAM and storage and stuff, processors, and it needs to be stronger than a Chromebook. Yeah, so but they're so expensive. Yeah, city. You live in a city. Yeah. So what country? What country are you in now? You're not in New Zealand, are you? Excuse me, I'm going to have to wipe my nose again. Oh, I've stopped knitting. Holly thinks it's time to hop on my lap. So what are you making at the moment, Luana? Are you crocheting and knitting while you're watching me? Not getting far, very fast. I've only done that little bit. Knitting's very slow. I probably should have used a 6, 5.5 or 6 on this because it doesn't feel very soft, but yeah, I can't help but be tight. It's just annoying. Yeah. But anyway, so it's midday here. I'm not hungry yet. Oh, somebody pricked their ears up when I said that word. I'm not Hungry yet. Oh no, you've had breakfast. Don't look at me like that. Oh, she's looking at me again. She eyeballs me. She'll sit and stare at me for like ages, and then just, don't stare at me. Go lie down. Don't stare at me. I had a cat that knew exactly if he was misbehaving. A different cat years ago. I've had animals since I was 19. We weren't allowed them as a child, but when I left home, I've always had animals. And when he had his nighttime zoomies or evening zoomies, and he'd start prowling around and carrying on, and all the other cats were asleep. And so in the end, I'd look at him and I'd say, Smooch. His name was Smooch because he was so smoochy. I'd say, go lie down. Go lie down or I'll put you outside. And he'd go flop in front of the fireplace. And I had a fireplace in a different house. You're knitting a jersey. Oh, nice. So do you post pictures on your, I still call it community tab or your post tab? Or are you in some of the Facebook, New Zealand Facebook groups for knitting and crochet? I'm in one. I'll tell you something funny, Luana. Am I saying it right? Luana? Luana? Tell me if it's the first way or the second way. Anyway, I was in a gardening group. I got kicked out, a New Zealand gardening group. I got banned. I got kicked out. Because you know how they're making all the sections really, really tiny now in New Zealand? You can have a 240 square metre section. It's like, that's smaller than my daughter's house. I mean, it's way bigger than my house. My cottage is tiny. Anyway, so there was somebody from, I think it was in Auckland, in the group, and he said, you know, what do? I've got 20 neighbours over the back, and they're all 2-3 story, and they can see down on me, because you know how they're making everything. You're allowed to go 3 stories and high and 9 apartments. So, you know, 9 different families, but you're allowed 3 lots of those. So 9 threes are whatever, 27. I can't do maths. Anyway, so that many families over, and they're all looking into his backyard and his house and everything like that. And everyone's trying to tell him, I'll plant trees and do this and do that. And I just said, sell up now, get out while you can. I was banned. Apparently I was being negative, but I wasn't. I thought I was being honest. It's like, you know, because he said he's putting up with all the noise, because, you know, if you've got all those families with dogs barking, and then you get people that play their loud music, and they've got children that might cry or scream all day or whatever. I mean, it's like, I remember when we were kids, we weren't allowed to make any noise. But yeah, so I got kicked out the gardening group for telling him to sell up. Oh dear, never mind. Anna. Bonnie, that language is Portuguese that Deborah is speaking. I asked Google. Oh, good idea. Thank you, Bonnie. Portuguese. And she was saying, what city do you live in New Zealand? What city? I live near Palmerston North. But if you're still here, and I've got lots of videos of, I live down at the beach, not right on the beach, about 3 minutes drive away from the beach. And there's lots of videos of where I live in my playlist called Glimpses of New Zealand. And videos of when I went up Northland on holiday. And then I sold my little camping van, because they were changing all the rules about toilets and everything in the camping vans. And I haven't really gone anywhere. And I wasn't used to the traffic. Oh my gosh, the traffic. I hadn't been up north for 40 years. The traffic. When I lived in Hamilton, it was like the east side of Hamilton on the river. There was like 3 shops. There was just nothing there. Now you go down. My son picked me up once when I was house sitting. He picked me up from Cambridge, and he took me over to Hamilton to see my brother who'd had a stroke. And I said, where are we? And he said, on the east side. And I said, the east side? Look at all these shops. Look at all these people. I swear it must have been like 3 lanes of traffic, 4 lanes of traffic. It's like, wow. Thank goodness I would have sat there crying. I'm no good. I just don't. I got my little caravan, but I had an accident, and then, yeah, I just stay home. It's just crazy on the road sometimes. And between Levin and Foxton, there's so many accidents. And then they've got those, we call them oh, what do they call them? Those things in the middle of the road, Luana? Nova Zealandia means New Zealand. Yes, yes, I got that one. Yes. Do you know that Zealandia is what New Zealand used to be called because we were a big continent? The rest of our country or continent is under the sea. If you Google it, it's called Zealandia. We used to be really huge. They reckon we might rise up again. That'd be good. Then we're so close to Australia, we'd be able to have a bridge. So yeah, but anyway, yes, Brazil. Oh, awesome! I've got a friend that's she moved to Auckland, but I met her when I bought little plant cuttings off her, and she's from Brazil. Her name is Joanna. Joanna with one N. Yeah, somebody is still staring at me. She'll sit there and eyeball me for ages, hours. She'll just eyeball me. Have a good night, Trish. I got somewhere. I got to be nice. I got to be nice to see you, Trish. Have a good day. Ah, yes. Thank you very much, Bonnie, for popping in. I'll have to pop over and see you on your channel. Thank you so much. Really nice to have someone to chat to. Everyone popping in. Yes, I'm not hungry yet. I don't feel like lunch. Oh, I said that word again with the H. Someone's ears keep pricking up. She's hopeful. Oh dear. Yeah. So do you pop up to my town, Luana? You probably know which town I'm in. I go to Levin when I need to, but I find sometimes the traffic, oh, my stomach's rumbling. Sometimes I find the traffic is busier. It's easier to drive to Palmerston. Less traffic. And I know the city so well because I actually grew up in Fielding. So I was born in Fielding and grew up there. So, and then I went up to Parongia, which is outside of Hamilton. Then I went to Te Awamutu. Then I went to Waiheke Island. Then I went to Masterton, which is the Wairarapa. Masterton, I don't say it right apparently. And then I went to Martin. I've lived all over. But I like living in this area. I loved New Plymouth when I was a child, but I found it so busy when I went there for a holiday. It's like they've got a highway going through the city now. I just found it so fast. And Google Maps kept taking me the wrong way everywhere. I went up to go look at the Festival of Lights. And Google Maps kept taking me back out to Invercargill. And it's like, oh, wow. I've got a video of when I was up there, but yeah. And we're staying at Lake Rotomanu. So it was really pretty there, but I found it noisy with all the jet skis. Really noisy. But I like being close to Palmy because I can pop over. I mean, I don't need a hospital, but the hospital's there. I got Bunnings. One of my favourite shops is Bunnings. Spotlight. Being able to pop into Spotlight is great because I won't buy online. Yeah. Tuber Chat, Grow and Connect, word up. Hello, how are you? Shared on Reddit. Oh, really? How are you? The medium strips in the middle of the road. Yeah, what do they call them? Cheese cutters. That's right, cheese cutters. I hate them. Yeah. I got in New Plymouth every few months to visit an old school friend. Yeah. Do you notice a change in traffic? We went to Wellington Girls College. Oh, see, I can't drive to Wellington. Did you go to the Fibre Festival? I was going to get someone to drive me down, and then I just didn't go. And the queues, they showed photos of the queues. I can't go to Palmerston North every 4 to 6 weeks. Is that to go and buy yarn? Do you go to Spotlight? Oh, we'll definitely have to catch up. That'll be fun. I don't go to coffee shops. I just don't spend my money at coffee shops. All goes on my power, my rates, my mortgage, my insurances. But we could meet up somewhere. But yes, traffic. I just hate the traffic. Yeah. My friend lived Te Puke. Oh, Te Puke. I know where that is. My son lived in Tauranga, which is above Te Puke. Beautiful, beautiful area, but oh, Tauranga's just as bad as Auckland now. It's so busy. Such a huge spread out place, beautiful harbours. Te Puke. Yeah, it is Te Puke because there's Te Kuiti and Te Puke. I get mixed up. Te Kuiti's on the other side to the left of Hamilton. That's right. So I just have to remember. Oh, you didn't know anything about it? Oh, I was going to go last year too, but I had no one to drive me. I can't drive in the traffic. So you still drive in Wellington traffic? Are you quite confident? Maybe we could drive together next year. I'd love to go and make a video and everything and show everyone the yarn, and it'd be wonderful. Did you ever go to, oh gosh, what's it called? The lady that takes yarn around New Zealand. Oh, what's her name? And she brought it to Palmerston years ago at the Terracine School. And I went and it was wonderful. I thought I had a video of it, but I can't find it. My camera that I was using years ago broke and I lost a lot of videos on it. But anyway, the last time she came, she went to over the road from Harvey Norman. What's that place called? And it was paid parking. And I thought, oh, I honestly can't be bothered. And it was a Saturday. She was going in Saturday at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. And it was just crowded. And I thought, oh, why not go back to the school or even use that room you can hire out at the Lido, which is out, and it would be free parking. But I thought you will never come live because when I saw your live list, you did. Oh, yeah, I was. Yeah, that's what I was doing. And I was so nervous. I couldn't cope. I found it very stressful. And I didn't understand lives back then. I thought, why is everyone concentrating on lives? Because I thought YouTube's all about videos. So I have done one or two, I can't remember. Have I done one or two videos, live shows just recently? And then I was going to do it the other day, but it was so busy with them building things out of metal next door that it was too noisy. So I thought I'd do live today. So yeah. No, I wish it was to buy yarn. I don't need any more. Honestly, have you got a big stash? I follow you for the teddy bears. Oh, the little Izzy dolls. Oh, I've done a few of those. Oh, it was funny because I'd never made them before and I'm not very good. So sometimes they don't turn out very good. They look all right from a distance. But oh, thank you. I'm glad you find them helpful. I want to make a cat because I don't like that fluffy cat I made with a change of colour. Yeah, your friend lives in Te Puke. Yeah, Te Puke. Yeah, I know where that is. It's a nice town. You'll drive anywhere. Do you use Google? I've learnt to use Google Maps, and I have to have her talking all the time, so I have to plug it into my little power button so my phone doesn't go flat. But yeah, she's got to talk to me. But sometimes when I found I was going up through Gordington, takes out Gordington now through Hamilton, and oh, it's so crazy. I don't know the roads. I get really nervous. I hate it. And she'll say to me, turn at the third exit or something like that. Well, why third exit? Why don't you just say turn right at the turn right at the roundabout? The third by the time, but then if you've got 5 exits off a big roundabout like in Tauranga or something, it's like okay, but yeah, but then you're in the wrong lane because it has 2 lanes going around the big roundabout. So no, no, not for me. I felt more comfortable traveling somewhere in my little camper van, when I had the high ace all set up with my toilet and kitchen and bed in it, because if I got stuck, I would pull over, climb in the back, and take some deep breaths, and then I'd just sit and I'd have a drink and I'd have a sandwich or a banana or an apple, and I'd just sit and I'd just watch the people, watch the traffic, and I'd get myself all calmed down and right, you can go a bit further now if I could find somewhere to park up. But when I'm in a car, you're sort of still in a driver's seat and everyone's whizzing past you, and it's like, oh no, I can't cope. So yeah, and I'm terrified of taking a caravan anywhere. Are you any good at taking caravans anywhere? I'm terrified. But Holly doesn't like the caravan at all. She loved the van. I could lift the back door up of the van and she would sit there and look out at people and just watch everybody and go to sleep. And I'd be crocheting or knitting or eating a meal or just whatever, sitting in the back of my van. And it was great. But in the caravan, she doesn't like being up at the windows. Like, she won't get up at the window at the car. I've been trying to teach her, but she won't get up the windows. But the few times she does, she'll growl and bark. She gets very stressed. And anyway, I took the caravan out and we're sitting in it was really, really windy. So it was nice to sit in the sunny caravan. And I'm doing my crochet and I'm looking out the window and I'm enjoying myself. And she's just growling and gruffing. She's like laying on the bed beside me. She's not up at the window and she's just gruffing and growling and barking and grumbling about. She can hear people talking, laughing. She can hear vehicles. And she was stressed. She was really unhappy. So I tried to put it up by the way, look out there, you know, you can see all the people. And she did not like it. She went berserk. And I just thought, wow, you're really stressed. And so, you know, she couldn't see out of the caravan. It was like being in a little tin box. And it doesn't suit her at all. So either I'll have to go back to a vehicle where you can open up the back door and she could just lay there looking out. Or maybe I had a friend years ago and she had a bus with doors open on the back of the bus, because some of these fancy motorhomes that have doors opening on the back, they're way out of my price range. Anyways, so I'm thinking about selling my little caravan. Didn't use it very much at all, but yeah, her sitting here, like, she'll just gruff and gruff and gruff and bark and growl and carry on, and it gets a bit annoying. Let's see. No, I don't have a big stash. I don't have any storage. I live in a garage. It's been done up into a lovely little granny flat, or what we used to call a batch. Oh, nice. Actually, those are nice, because I bet it's open plan though, because I've always lived open plan. Doesn't matter whether it's big or small, and it's so convenient. You just heat one area and you're in one area, especially when you had like little babies and little children. You're cooking, you can still see them. But here, it's only a small little cottage, but I've got to walk down the hallway to get to the kitchen. So you sort of can't keep an eye on everything, and then you're cold because you don't want to heat two areas. And so the kitchen's like an ice box, freezing cold in winter. But yeah, Holly doesn't like it when I leave the room. She'll follow me, but then I'll trip over her in the kitchen. I've got to be so careful. So she's learnt that I'll come back. So she stays in the lounge now. And she'll get up on my seat and roll around where I've been sitting, and then get back off when she hears me coming back down. I say, I know you've been on my seat. But yeah, no, I know quite a few people that live in garages turned into granny flats, and that's great, especially if you're on the back with family. But I've got a friend, she's moving into her garage. She's had it built up as a granny flat, and she's going to rent out the little batch she's got in front. Plus she's got a caravan she's going to rent out, and she's looking for like-minded souls. And I thought about it. I thought about getting a motorhome and just living on the back of some. Yeah, it is nice just having my own little place at the moment. So maybe when I'm older, I'm not sure what I'll do. I thought about going and living in a little motor camp. There's a little motor camp at Waitarere. The first one you come to. The second one, closest to the beach, that's quite crowded. They made that really crowded with lots of people. But yeah, I'd love to be out on a farm, but I'd still like to go inside somebody's house and use their flush toilet and their shower. So yeah, but a toilet in your vehicle when you're traveling is very handy. I came back from up Northland in that storm and I stopped on the side of the road. It was so windy. The wind was pushing me off and we were told not to drive, but I just wanted to get home. And yeah, and it was quite handy having everything in the back so I could get off sometimes. No, you've not towed a caravan. Towing's fine. It's reversing. I've learnt to reverse straight, but round a corner. Do I play chess? Hi, Gail. Hi from Maryland. Hi. What's your time, Gail? Do I play chess? Well, when I was a kid, my brothers would play chess. I wasn't very good. They always won. I'd like to play chess again, but I got no one to play with. And I thought about taking it out somewhere. I thought about going down to the local library, taking my little chess set and sitting there saying, who wants to play chess with me while I crochet? I can wait for somebody to turn up. But then when it's a day like this, I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out when it's cold and rainy to even get to the library. And I don't bother going out in the evening much anymore at all. I'm turned into a real homebody. So, no. So I've sort of know the rules. I found a channel where they were playing chess against each other like world champs. That was really interesting. Some of the kids are really young playing chess. Yeah, so that was fun to watch sometimes. Hi. Hi, Super Rai Kendo. Sorry, I'm going to say that wrong. What are you making? It looks relaxing. Well, I was making another hexie cardigan out of this bright yarn. I made one for my granddaughter and I thought I'd made an adult one. But I've got no yellow left and my local store doesn't have the yellow because it's a bright colour. No one's going to use it much. It's just this rainbow colour. Somebody wanted an adult rainbow one. And so I can't go any further because the yellow comes after the orange. So I just thought somebody wanted a black scarf. And so I'm knitting a, I've forgotten. I'm knitting a every rose knit. Oh, garter stitch. Oh gosh, I'm terrible. They wanted black, so it's not a tutorial. It's not for you to see. But I don't know if you've seen me, a lady that was on here chatting earlier. She made these what we call keyhole scarves. Her name is Sam, and I put a video up. And you poke the end of the scarf through one end that you sew up, and it sits there. It's quite a short scarf. It just sits there, and I wore one every day, so I've made myself two, a blue one and the beige one. This is sand stitch. It's really pretty. Oh, no. And the other side's rib, and that's the pearl, like a broken pearl, because it's called stand. So I do have a tutorial on these. And so I just thought I'd do garter stitch for some more quick, easy scarves. But I should have gone up to a size. I'm very tight, so I should have gone up to a 6 needle to make it feel softer. I'm only using a 5. I'm very tight at knitting and crocheting. So, oh, I'm a renter now. I lived in a caravan in Southland for years, loved it. Oh, I'd love to go to Southland, but yeah, I've never lived in the snow. I don't know if I'd handle the cold. I'd love to go to Bluff, and it's so cheap. People said to me, oh, go live in Gore. You'd love Gore. I love the colours. I see the pictures of the colours in Arrowtown. I've been down to Dunedin and Christchurch years and years ago. I got as far as just past Dunedin. There's that town called yep, I've forgotten. And so I never made it to Invercargill. And I've been to Westport twice. I love Westport. I never got down as far as Greymouth. I love it. I love it. But I think I'd die in the snow. I reckon I'd get enough firewood that I'd never leave the house for 6 months of winter. I'd starve. I'd have to get my food delivered. Here the time is 5:52 a.m. Oh, you're up early. Yep, and the time here is 8:23. Oh, that's not so bad. Another lady was on here and it was like 1:20 in the morning. So yeah, I thought you will never come back live because when I saw a live list, you were last 5 years. Yes, it was a while ago, wasn't it? I did do one a few weeks ago, but yeah, I didn't really get into the lives. I didn't know what to say. Today I feel more chatty. I don't know why. I just feel more chatty today. But yeah, when I did my live, I think it was a week or two ago, I'm I'm just used to sitting quiet. So I'm sitting here nice and quiet, not talking sometimes. But yeah, so I will have to do them more often. They are fun. Nice to chat to everybody. Yeah. And it's good when you're doing crafting like this using your hands, or especially if you're live, because you can't go and eat. Trying to lose a bit of weight that I put on. So you can't go off and, well, you can't eat on camera. Well, some people eat on camera. I don't like to eat on camera. A sip of a drink's okay, but yeah. But anyway, so I was just going to be sitting here anyway. I thought I'll go live. See who's out there. Yeah, Luana. I'm a strange one, but that's okay. So wouldn't it be neat to meet in person though? Because, you know, I do get a bit jealous when I see some of the channels in America or even England or even in Australia meeting up with each other, or even if they don't have a channel, they meet up with so there's, you know, subscribers, friends, followers, I don't know what to call them. Because I don't think of you as subscribers or anything. I think of you just as all my friends. Everyone's my friend. And so, yeah, I just think, oh, that'd be cool to meet. And sometimes I've asked to meet. Oh, do you want to meet up? And they think I'm like a stalker or something. It's like they like being anonymous behind the name on it. They don't want to meet me. That's fine. But I was in Spotlight in Palmy, a few years ago when I made that cardigan, that first cardigan I knitted after I did the colourful square one. It was that Pattern Sierra yarn with all the different colours in it, like the pink and the green and stuff. It was that oblong cardigan, I called it. So easy. And did the pockets and everything on it. So I was wearing that in Spotlight, right? And next minute I got a tap on the shoulder and I turned around, and of course it was a day I wasn't feeling 100%, but I wanted to go and get some yarn that was on special. So, you know, I didn't have any makeup on, and I brushed my hair, and I just, you know, I was sort of dressed, but, you know, and I was wearing that cardigan. And anyway, I got a tap on the shoulder, and this lady says, oh, are you that lady on YouTube, Crochet Around New Zealand? Because that's what I was then, crocheting around New Zealand. And I went into shock, and I'm like, yes. And I thought, the day I'm looking my worst, someone recognized. She goes, I watch you on YouTube. And she still pops in and watches me, and she says, you know, she'll meet up one day. But she hasn't really. I think she liked, and her mum, she was shopping with her mum. And yeah, we chatted for a little while, and she said, oh God, how did you recognize it? I go, well, your long blonde hair and your cardigan. She goes, so then I thought, oh, I better stop wearing my cardigans everywhere. I wore the multicolored square one once, local to the supermarket. And I had some people, they just stand there, they were turning backwards, looking at me. They were walking, and they just doing a double take and a triple take, or if I wear them to Pack and Save and Palmy, people do a triple take or a double take, and I'm thinking, oh, crikey. So I'll have to stop wearing what I wear now. I mean, it's okay. They should just come up and say hello. But yeah, I think it's quite funny, really. But oh, so yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, if you'd like to. Yeah. I mean, if you end up not liking each other, don't like me, it doesn't matter. But oh well, it's just all good fun. It's just, you know, just good fun. So yeah, so what's time now? 12:30. So when did I start? 10:30. So that's 2 hours. That's all right. So what are you eating for lunch, Luana? Yesterday I actually made some hot chips for lunch. So out Northern Hemisphere, you'll call them fries. I call them hot chips because you call them crisps, we call them chips. So to distinguish between the two chips, I say hot chips and chips. You call them fries and crisps. Too many S's in that, crisps. Say that funny. Huh. Yeah. So I've been really naughty. I haven't done, here's this, oh, here it is. It's sitting right beside me. Here's these lovely colours. I went into my stash. So they're all acrylic, except this one's a pure wool. I mean, I don't want pure wool. I just thought the colour looked nice together. Do you think a red would have been nice in here too? Someone says you put red in everything. And I'm like, oh, but I think it looks nice without the red. I think it's really pretty. But I'm making all these squares and putting them together. There's a whole lot of my little squares. But, you know, it takes much longer than the Hexie cardigan. But I love the colours. But that was just all in my stash. Why did I buy them? I don't know. They sat in my cupboard for ages. Just for sale at Spotlight. So just an egg and a coffee. Oh, right, yes. Yes, I haven't drunk a coffee. Oh, I did sell that Javita coffee. Do you remember that Javita coffee that came to New Zealand? Well, it worked, got my cholesterol down from 9.4. But I had to put it in a Milo. I put 1/4 teaspoon of the Javita coffee in a spoonful of Milo, or a teaspoon of Milo, and then 2 big heaps of sugars. So that was strong enough for me. I don't like the smell either. You know, when somebody has the coffee machine going in their house and you walk in, it's like, oh, knock you over. I'm funny. I'm weird. Yeah. So I sold that for a while until it won't come into New Zealand anymore, because when you sell things like that, you're not meant to like sell them out to the public. You're meant to be getting them in for yourself. And of course, we weren't told that. We didn't know. There was the person that first imported them in through the company in America, and she didn't tell us the right story, and she goes, here, get it all in, sell as much as you can. I had a little sign on my car, and I lived in Levin. I've been here for 8 years, and I lived in Levin for 6 years before that. And so I had a little sign on my car, and I came out I think it was the countdown in Levin, and there was a lady standing at the boot of my car because she'd seen the sign. She goes, oh, have you got any in your boot? She goes, I want to buy some. So I'm standing at the boot of my car selling her Javita coffee. And then we found out we weren't meant to be selling it because it wasn't approved. It was for personal use. So customs refused to bring it in anymore. So that was the end of that. But I was selling a lot of it. But I didn't know we weren't meant to sell it. So maybe I shouldn't be saying this live on air. Get myself in trouble with customs. Whoops. But anyway, it worked. It was very popular. I don't know if you remember that. Auntie and I like instant coffee. I'm cheap. My phone is changing my words. I'm sorry. Oh, no, that's all right. That happens to me all the time. You'd be surprised what my phone says. And one time I said something to somebody and her name came out wrong. Oh, I felt really rude. I had to tell her. It is summer season in India right now. Is it winter at your place? Yes, it's winter. Winter started officially on the 1st of June. But it's still not bad. I mean, I haven't got any heating on. I've got my warm woolies on, but there's no heating. So I'm not freezing cold. But normally I've got the heating on from about, April onwards. But no, there's no. I've had it on for about 2 or 3 evenings lately. And then I go to bed with a book to keep warm with my hottie. I don't sit up. But the coldest months are about July, August, and even September. And even into October, it can be really cold because when the snow comes in the South Island on the Southern Alps, or even Mount Taranaki in Taranaki, and even on the Tararua Ranges, which is near me, it's the wind chill coming off the snow. So there's not that much snow up here at the moment. And so we haven't had the wind chill. The South Islands had some snow, but we haven't had the wind chill from up there yet. So it's not too bad. When it's sunny, it's been quite warm. Don't even have to wear a coat, just a cardigan, which is very unusual. But when that wind chill comes off the snow in late winter and spring, I find spring really cold because the wind chill off the snow just about kills me. Because the sun just isn't warm enough to heat the cold air. You know, sometimes I've been out at the beach here, you'll see on some of my videos, and I can actually see Mount Ruapehu from my beach when the tide's right out, and I can see Mount Taranaki, and I could see Mount Taranaki the other day. I was doing a video and I go, oh, look, you can see Mount Taranaki. Oh, look. I got all excited because it's just amazing how you can see that far. I'm a coffee and cream lover with lots and lots of sugar. I had to stop cups of tea to give up my sugar, and I had to stop Milo to give up my sugar. And those little, I don't know if you've got them over there, but these black cups, I call them Arkarok cups is the brand. They're about so big, like a mug, but they're little mugs. And I would have 6 heap sugars, which would be like 12 teaspoons of sugar. I'm a sugar addict. I had to give it up. It's like somebody giving up coffee and cigarettes at the same time. Oh, come on then. Come on then. So it's like somebody giving up, turn that off. Come on then. Oh, here she is. She's got her little coat on. Doesn't really fit her very far, but if they're longer, they don't fit around the belly. Oh, you just, oh, you've just been waiting, haven't you? You've just been waiting. She hates it when I sit knitting and crocheting. Anyway, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, oh yes, I had to give up the sugar. So I gave up sugar for about 3 years. It's been great. It's time to let Misty out now, and I'm going to go and have my lunch, and we'll catch you another time. Definitely let me know. I don't know if you're on Facebook and want to catch up on there. I haven't got Instagram for my thing, and I haven't got a Facebook then, but it's a private one. But maybe you're on the knitting pages, you might see me. It's about 65 to 70 degrees here. I don't know what that is. I'll have to Google. Oh, yeah. She loves her tummy rubs. Oh, yeah. 60 to 70. I don't know what the temperature is here. Let me see. It's not really that cold. Let's see. So it says, it says it's 17 degrees. Wow, that's warm. That's almost summer. 17 degrees. Yeah, see, it's always warmer when it's raining because I call the clouds a hat on the world. Let me see, what did you say? It's about 65 to 70 degrees. So what's 70 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius is 21 degrees. Oh, that's quite nice. 21 degrees is quite nice. I was just going to moan now because I've stopped rubbing. Because I've stopped rubbing, she's going to have a moan. So that's not bad. That's nice weather. So I'm 17. So you're 20, 21 is 70. So we're not far off each other, really. It's quite warm. When winter comes in India, only hilly area near Himalaya region is covered in snow. North region, but at the lower region, there's no snow in winter, but it's cold for sure. Yeah, you'll get the wind chill off the snow. So I don't live in a snowy region. There's snow all around me, but there's the sea. We get, can you hear her? She's having a moan. We get the winds. You're having a moan. We get the winds. I call them horizontal hurricanes. They're not hurricanes, but I don't know if you can hear that. I will listen to the video later and see if you can hear that. Oh, you're a good girl. Is it time to take you outside? Is it time to stop ignoring you? I better take you outside. Eh? Oh, yeah. But yeah, I hate the wind chill. When we were on the farm, we had the proper farmer clothes that kept out the wind. So I certainly can't wear jeans in winter. I have to wear leggings underneath them or warm track pants. She does a little big at me. Whoops. You're going to big at me. Come on then. No, she does that when she's riding in a trolley. I take her in a trolley at Bunnings. Yeah. Maximum temperature in the summer here is 42, 45 degrees. Oh, that must be Celsius. Wow, that's hot. That's Celsius. That's hot. That's your summer. Oh, no, I'd die. Oh, no, I couldn't handle that. No. We might get up into the 30s, but that's, not for long. Usually we're in the 20s. When I came to live down here from up north, Northland in New Zealand, Waiheke Island, I found it really cold down here. Even in, I remember February, in mid of a summer, it was like, I think it was 21 degrees, and I'm in my coat and gloves and scarf and a hat. I was absolutely free, and I'm walking around just shivering and freezing. And everyone goes, "You're right, are you sick?" And I said, "No, it's freezing down here," because up north you have the humidity, which is all the sweaty stuff. You'd have to wear like 4 t-shirts in one day because it was just so muggy. And you come down here and it might be hot, but it wasn't muggy. And it took me 2 years to get used to it. They say it takes 2 years to acclimatize. Oh, she's moaning. I don't know if you can hear. She's moaning. But yeah, in parts of Australia, if you look up Coober Pedy, Coberpedy, Coober Pedy, they get up to 50 degrees or more in that part of Australia, and they actually live underground. Their houses are underground. So you look up on YouTube, Coober Pedy, Coberpedy. What is the time in New Zealand? It is 12:42, so it's just after lunchtime. So it'll be nearly 1 p.m. soon. 20 minutes it'll be 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and it's Wednesday. Yeah. So she's moaning. Oh, what's wrong? So yeah. So I've been a bit naughty. I started up on my cups of tea and been putting, first of all, it was half a teaspoon of sugar. And then it was a teaspoon of sugar. Now I'm up to 1.5. Now I'm up to 2 teaspoons of sugar. It's a bit bad, isn't it? Hello. Have I been ignoring you? Do you want to say hello to the camera? Do you want to turn around and say hello to the camera? Look. Do you want to say hello to the camera? Hello. Hello. Say hello. Look, over here. Hello. All right, well, I might go. I might need to take you outside to the toilet. Well, oh no, it started raining again. Oh, I should have taken it before. You're going to have to go outside in the rain in your little coat, which is too small for you. And then I might make some. So thank you so much for popping in. This has been really good fun. I might even come back on this afternoon, but I won't guarantee it. I might. I'll see what's happening. Oh, you just want to cuddle up. Are you a funny girl? You're going to do your bigging. Look, she's doing a little bigging. She goes, rush. She likes it. Oops, going to drop you. She likes your tummy being rubbed. Hard to rub you through your coat. All right, well, I'm going to say goodbye, and we'll catch up. We'll definitely catch up again another time, eh? Keep an eye out for me. I just never know, so I don't put up it on my posts to say what time, because I just don't know. It's just like spur of the moment things. Spur of the moment. Hey, oh, where are you going? Oh, careful. Off you go. All right. There you go. So thank you very much, everybody, for popping in. I really appreciate it. What is my friend's name? Oh, hi, Thea. Yeah, hi, Trish. First time seeing you live. Oh, I went live a few weeks ago. But yeah, I decided to go live, and I thought I might even go back on this afternoon. It's about midday here. My friends, what is my friends? Oh gosh, which friend was I talking about, Gail? I've got a bad memory. The friend in America that isn't well, is going through a bad time. No, I forgot him. Oh, you're here for a little bit. Oh, so you've heard me rambling. Did you see my little picture of my dog? I put it on my post. Have a look. She was just eyeballing me, so she just had to jump on my tummy for a bit of a cuddle, but she needs to go to the toilet now, and it's raining again. Yeah, but oh, it's been really great. I've really appreciated everyone popping in. Make the time pass. It's really good when you live on your own. You've got no one to talk to. But yeah, I will catch up with you, but thank you, Thea, for popping in. Yeah, okay, all right. Gail, which friend was I talking about? I ramble too much. Somebody said I talk too much. Oh, that's funny. Gail. Bye. Until later. Look forward. Oh, my dog's name. Her name is Holly, because that's my middle name. Her name is Holly. Holly with an I-E, but I'm Holly with a Y. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah. You know, she's standing at the door now. She goes, I need to pee, Mum. I will thank you, everyone. I'll say goodbye. Thank you very much. Catch up with you later. Bye.